Okay, for the longest time, the vice president has been content to just deny the allegations against her and to wait for the proper forum to answer the charges. She believes that there are more important things to do for the country. So she focused her energies on serving the Filipino people and focusing on her duties and obligations as vice president and as erstwhile secretary of education, as well as her duties to her family as mother and daughter. But today marks a turning point um, as she has embraced her responsibility to continue the tapang and malasakit in Philippine government. She has also accepted her duty to hold accountable those who spread lies and misinformation, to curb the will of the electorate, and to propagate themselves in power at the people's expense. So gaya nga ng sabi niya, hindi pwedeng walang managot. So that's why today she filed a criminal complaint for perjury against Ramil Madriaga, arising from the malicious and false statements of Ramil Madriaga in his affidavit dated November 29, 2025. So anong nakalagay sa complaint affidavit? Pinapatunayan dito sa complaint affidavit na hindi magkakilala si VP Sara at itong si Ramil Madriaga. Wala silang personal o professional na relasyon. At hindi rin totoo yung mga kwento ni Ramil Madriaga tungkol sa mga posisyon niya sa PSG, sa VP-SPG, sa DepEd at sa OVP. Kaya imposible yung pinaparatang niya laban kay VP Sara. So we are confident that this is more than sufficient to for the prosecutors to find probable cause and to determine that there is reasonable certainty of conviction. VP Sara was accompanied today by 5 witnesses, including 2 former PSG commanders who have testified that they don't know any Ramil Madriaga that served in the PSG. She also with her today was Colonel Raymond Lachica, the former commander of the VP-SPG, the Vice Presidential Security and Protection Group. Also with her was Lieutenant Colonel Dennis Nolasco, who was the security officer for the DepEd, as well as the deputy group commander for the VP-SPG. Also here with us as a witness is Attorney Reynold Monsayak, former OVP spokesperson, and Miss Ana Magnaye, an events organizer based in Davao City. Apart from those two, we also have as additional witnesses former PSG Commander Major General Jose Niembra, as well as Assistant Special Prosecutor Ryan Kilala.
Doon sa impeachment hearings, si VP Sara.
I can't answer that. It's best to ask Attorney Poa. But there's a procedure in the House Justice Committee na susundin. So antayin na lang natin na masunod yung proseso na.
Sir, but why now? Because the affidavits po parang lumutang to, I think last year, at least December last year. So parang it took 3 months for you to file a perjury complaint. So others might just ask na baka na-timing doon sa impeachment dahil kasama nga po siya doon sa mga dokumentong pinasa ng mga complainants. So why now?
So, hindi naman siya talaga priority ni VP. Ang priority ni VP Sara is magserbisyo. So that's why natatagalan. Medyo may katagalan na rin niyang gusto i-file to. Pero priorities get in the way, of course. Pero napapanahon na. Lalo na na may impeachment para malaman na ng taong bayan na yes, VP Sara's camp has said that they will address the charges head on in the impeachment proceedings, but here we are. apart from the impeachment proceedings, we're confronting this head-on by holding Ramil Madriaga accountable. Kasi, VP Sara is done playing this game with her enemies on their terms. So, this is us bringing the fight to them. Kasi kapag napatunayan na may perjury dito si Madriaga, syempre kulong yun.
The affidavit of Madriaga is included in the impeachment complaints.
No, I think this is a perfect opportunity to show to the people how politically motivated these impeachment complaints are, because they are based on a worthless testimony from an untrustworthy source like Madriaga. It shows that the complainants and those pushing for the impeachment did not fact check or did a background check on Madriaga and his claims, and that's why they claim that his testimony is the smoking gun, quote unquote, for the impeachment against VP Sara. So yun ang pinapatunayan nun. At masaya kami na maipapakita na namin finally sa tao na kung gaano ka politically motivated itong mga impeachment complaint na ito.
Pero sir, issue.
But Attorney Palad, Madriaga's legal counsel said the Vice President visited him twice, even offering a help for his case related to kidnapping. May we get an information about that?
So that's already debunked by Secretary John Vic Remulla himself. VP Sara never visited Ramil Madriaga in jail or anywhere else, and she has no reason to visit him.
Sir, are there additional complaints being considered against Madriaga?
Not at this time. Not against Madriaga, yes.
Not Madriaga.
Abangan.
Clue, sir.
May kinalaman
Wala pa.
Sir,
So sir, just to clarify, pwede naman niya i-deny na lang din ulit. Sabi niyo kanina, dinedeny lang naman niya ni VP Sara before, kaya hindi nag-file ng case. Bakit nag-file ng case? Timing sa mga impeachment hearings, sir.
Kasi noon kasi ang paniniwala niya, katulad din ng paniniwala ni Pangulong Duterte noon na karapatan ng tao na mag-file ng kaso. So hayaan na lang. Pero pagka hinahayaan kasi, pwedeng hindi sila natatakot na magsinungaling, maggumawa ng kwento, sumira ng buhay. Ngayon, dinidikit nila ngayon sa impeachment, ang kahulugan nun or ang possible consequence nun is, for example, subvert yung will of the people. Kasi gusto mong tanggalin ang isang duly elected official ng bansa. So, tanggap ni VP Sara na duty niya, obligasyon niya na harapin to at panagutin si Madriaga.
Ang turning point, sir.
Turning point, I'm not privy to the turning point. But we spoke about this for the first time in, I want to say, January or early Feb.
Siya mismo nagsabi na ituloy na ang kaso.
Siya ang nagsabi mismo na hindi na pwedeng hayaan lang tong mga to.
Pilipinas, Duterte pa rin ang tunay na nagmamahal.